So today we're going to be making a review one of a gadget that has been sent to us by Amcrest. So today we're reviewing their new Amcrest 1080p HD webcam, which I think is very in demand at the moment, especially with the boom of work from home, Zoom meetings, Microsoft Teams meetings, the resurgence of Skype, and all other video call based activities brought about by this pandemic. So, with that, for those who are watching me, thank you and join me. Ayan, to start, just so that we're clear, at this point I'm using Sony camera to make this part of the reviews. Earlier I was using a stock camera that I am using just for regular streaming. Later on, we will make a comparison with regards to the quality of this camera, that stock camera that I have, and the Amcrest 1080p. So, right off the bat, we can see that this Amcrest camera comes in quite a compact box, which honestly isn't much of a problem for me because all I really needed was a webcam, and with everything else you don't need, since like it's saying in the advert from Amazon, it is plug and play, so you don't need anything else. It would have a wire. So let's have a look for specifications. We have 1/3 CMOS image sensor, 1080p full HD, 1920 at 1080 at 30 fps, 3.6mm lens, 70-degree field of view, high sensitivity mic, plug and play, and a 5.9 cable. But good. What's included is the 1080p HD webcam, privacy cover, and a user manual. Back at the other side, so these are the features: the 1080p HD webcam, privacy cover, built-in microphone, and a USB plug-and-play setup. So I have no issue about it being a 1080p webcam. However, you have to understand that there are certain things that you want to look at. If you're streaming, if you're making a live video, if you're recording using just your webcam, you have to make sure that you have every aspect looked at. At this point, it says 1080p. That's fine. Yeah, it's like a 2K sensor, but then it says that it's only going to go up to 30 fps. 24 fps is the standard with movies. 30 fps is a bit higher than that, which is fine. However, if you try and look around with the streams, you would be able to see the difference. Okay, enough of that. Let's go on and open the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Right. So here we have three. So as you said, we have a manual. It's in English, so that's fine. That would be very useful for everyone. Has got some instructions about setting up, placing it in a tripod, on a table, or on a webcam. We'll explain that a bit more in detail later. You also have, with this small plastic bag, is a privacy cover. Yep, that's fine. You can always put this on, cover it at night, especially if you have a setup that's in your room or something. And then lastly, this big plastic bag contains your device, your Amcrest 1080p HD device. Now, first up, while I was opening this up, I was very good to have a nice feel to it, a nice heavy feel to it, for something for a webcam with the price range as this one. So right off the bat, you would it would tell you that has a good feel to it. It's well built, sturdy, and just from the feel of it, you would feel that it's durable. Not that you're gonna do some stuff with your webcam that will really destroy it. Now, so you have this surface. Did say that it had a microphone on. So see, yep, right there. So you can see privacy cover, built-in microphone, USB plug and play setup. So this is how your webcam would look. Now this is something that's been going on. This is a design that's been going on with most of the new webcams at the moment. So what you do is you mount this on top of your monitor, and then this lip here, how do I angle? This lip here you would hook onto the front of the monitor, and this back would be like a stand or something. So you adjust it as close as you need depending on how thick the profile of your monitor is, and fully, well, you were hoping that it will stay in place. To help with that, you've got this smooth rubber pads underneath, both to protect the surface of your monitor and to add grip to your webcam. Now, if you're not going to put it over your monitor, it's a nice thing for them to also put a standard tripod screw in here for those of you who have a regular tripod stand or a desktop tripod. You can always put that there, a bit more control over where you're going to put your webcam. So you also got your 5.6-foot cable, and to tell you, not sure if you can see this, but this is not a flimsy cable. It's not the type of cable you would be expecting some from a camera with this price range. So right off the bat, it's looking good. So that's it for the unboxing part. Now after this we will be testing it against my stock webcam and my regular Sony webcam. So we will be focusing on, first I will set it up on OBS just to show you how it reacts with plug and play, and then we will set it up side by side with my other cameras just so that we'll be able to look at the video, the difference in video, the difference in sounds, how it looks in bright light, just what we have now, how it looks in dim light. So after that we will have some comments later on. Alright, so here we have set up the two cameras that I'm using. Unfortunately, I have depleted the battery on my Sony camera, so we will make do with this. Of course, it's not going to be a fair comparison if you compare it to an HD. If you compare these webcams to that professional camera. So let's see. Here I will show you how the camera looks. Firstly, how the camera looks with bright light. So I'm just using daylight here, nothing more, nothing less. And as you can see, this one, my stock camera, has a bit of a bit more vivid, a bit more color to it compared to the Amcrest camera. As you can see, it's a bit of the white balance is a bit off, and you can see the detail. It did say 1080p, but then you would be able to, there's a certain roughness compared to the stock camera that I have. So now, with regards to video quality, despite the HD camera claiming only 1080p 30 fps, it has no difference with regards to the motion blur with my stock camera. I think it's because my stock camera is also 1080p 30 fps. I forgot to look at the box, but then not quite difference. The only difference between the both of them is the what they call that, is the vividness in the colors. There's a bit more color, a bit more life to the stock camera that I have compared to the Amcrest. Though I haven't really didn't really do anything much with this yet, so this is as stock as it gets, with this camera. So that's it. Another thing we will be comparing with this feed is with regards to the microphone that they have. So currently I have 3 cameras set up. I have my regular Marantz USB camera. I have the camera from the stock webcam that I have, and then the microphone from Amcrest. So to start, This is the feed from my Marantz camera. This is the feed from the Amcrest HD webcam. And this is the feed from my stock camera. So as you can see, there would be a slight difference between the three. So we let you decide. So after a week of use and burn in, here you'd be able to see a sample of how these two cameras look in low light. So at the left, you would be able to see the stock webcam, the 20-pound webcam that I have. And on the right is your Amcrest webcam. So you can see that there's a bit of an improvement. Now, this next clip would show how the two cameras would perform in low light situations with a good source light in the front. So as you can see, compared to the first videos that we've had, there's a remarkable improvement with the Amcrest camera at the right. It's a lot more subtle. There are deep blacks and good light areas, so it's not too bad. And if you would look at it with the sample, you can see the difference between the 20-pound camera and the Amcrest. So there is a significant difference. So based from the initial tests that we did, it seems as though that with enough burn in, with enough use, the Amcrest camera is starting to show what it's worth. So there we go, some final thoughts regarding this particular webcam. All in all, this is not a bad entry level webcam, though I'm not saying that, but it isn't that good as well. As you have seen from our comparison, there are a few areas that would have that it needs a bit more improvement, um, particularly at its price point. To be fair, the stock webcam that I have is costs about half of this camera. So a bit more tinkering maybe, and then we'll get there. So a few thoughts. Uh, so a few points to focus on: the video feed, the video input needs a bit of tweaking, especially with the video feed needs a bit of tweaking, so it's coming on as a bit too bright, a bit blurry, especially in low light situations. Um, the audio feed is a bit muted. I think that's in part to the placement of his microphone, which is right here. Um, Obviously, that won't be a problem if you're like just streaming, but if you're like using the webcam to record a live stream or a talking heads show, then you would definitely benefit to a stock mic. Now, final thoughts. Overall, this pretty much looks like every webcam that's available now on Amazon and other online shops. Um, this is not unique to it. Everyone's got it. However, um, these are small points, but all it does is pivot up and down. It's a shame that it can't pivot from left to right, which have been useful. My stock camera does that. Like I said, it comes at half the price. So not a bad camera, but honestly there are several more um, cheaper options that you can have than this Amcrest camera. So that's it. With that, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, if I helped you make a decision, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more updates on other reviews that I will be doing.